help us understand a little bit about it? I know myself, I have zero understanding of quantum physics and these deeper scientific understandings, but if you had to break it down to someone like myself or the average person, how would you describe what quantum physics is and how it allows us to understand the mechanics of the universe?
Yeah, wonderful. So the first thing you have to do, everything that you can see with your eyes, just discount it. It's an illusion, it's not real, and it's here to distract you. Like, that is the number one thing, right? Whatever you see, forget it. You don't see quantum physics, you have to think it, because what quantum physics is not relatable through visual experience. You're going to have a big barrier that cannot be crossed there. So if we just take anything in existence, right, it's made of matter. Everything is made of the same thing, which is strings. This is what quantum physics says, and we can get to that later. But if you take the basic idea that everything is made of the same thing, there is only one substance in the universe that makes up everything. But then you look around with your eyes, you got trees outside, I've got a purple candle over here, I've got a shelf over there. How can these all be from the same materials? You have inorganic material, rocks, stones, you have organic material, flesh, cells. Where does this come from? But when you learn about particles and the nature of particles, then reality starts to unravel itself through an understanding which you have to keep in your head, in your mind, and not through your senses. Because when you keep the physics of reality in your mind, then you can't be fooled by the illusion. I won't see a chicken and see it differently to a cow, to a rock, to a stone, to a leaf, to a pebble, to even an ecosystem, because everything is the same thing.
You mentioned string theory. Maybe you could explain some of these terms that are often associated with quantum physics: string theory, the observer theory, spooky action. They all seem to be very profoundly connected, but how? I couldn't tell you. Maybe you could help us out with that.
Yeah, no problem. It's a journey, if you don't mind, so I have to stage things and layer on things. That's no problem. So I can't get first into the observer effects. I have to explain particles. And I'm just going to start with strings because it makes it really, really simple to start with the basic of string theory and then work our way upwards. So I'll definitely do that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's look at what a human being is, right? You got hair, you got skin, you got flesh, you have organs, you have cells. None of these things are what you think they are. So atoms create everything. Atoms combine to create molecules. Molecules then combine to build upwards. This is what cells and organisms and like our internal organs and structures are made of. So if we just look at what an atom is first, an atom is like just non-existent in the vast reality of what we think solid structure is. Solid structure, you can hit it, you think it's solid. You know, diamonds are supposed to be really, really rough and hard. They're made of atoms. An atom is 99.9999. There's lots of nines that follow, right? 0% empty space, and it's a quantum field interaction of energies and waves. So this is difficult to process if you do not have a prior understanding of the things that I am saying. So an easy way to view an atom is to take an atom and size it up to a grain of sand. Yep. So an atom is now a grain of sand. That is what an atom is. You take the grain of sand and you put it in any football stadium, soccer stadium, you know, whatever you want to call it, but you take that grain of sand and then you put it on the halfway line.